Good evening, lords and ladies of the illustrious Town Council, and good evening, Your Royal Majesty, Your Highness, the King and Town Administrator. Congratulations on raising taxes yet again.
Would you please state your name?
Bruce Fenton, Lord Bruce Fenton this evening from Durham Point. Congratulations on raising taxes yet again. You know, the overwhelming majority of the voters is against the tax increase. They expressed this clearly, but you did what any good monarchy should do. You ignored them all. So bravo. You're not accountable to them. Public comment is simply theatre and the illusion of democracy, but at the end of the day, you're not accountable and you can simply ignore them. You, Your Royal Highness, you have never been elected, you were never voted into power, and Your Grace, you can never be voted out of power. It's a wonderful thing, isn't it? You are not accountable to them. Their voice means nothing. So bravo. But I must say I was rather a little bit disturbed and distraught at the last meeting, because you let all manner of riffraff in here. You had voters and labourers and workers and other sorts of commoners traipsing into this fine halls as if they owned the place. And it must have been terribly painful for you to be in the presence of these commoners. And I'm not sure how you could endure such a thing. You had to listen to these sob stories of these people talking about their taxes. Oh, boo-hoo, my taxes are up $40,000. Or boo-hoo, 50% increase, I have children. And do you remember the one gentleman? Oh, boo-hoo, I've lived here 70 years and you are forcing me from my home. Well, cry us a river. I don't know how we can make it any more clear to the commoners. This is a town for wealthy aristocrats. If you are struggling with your taxes and trying to make ends meet, the guidance from we, the elite, is clear. If you can't pay your taxes, don't be poor. When you move to this town, you sign an invisible imaginary social contract, which clearly states that you will pay far more taxes because we spend far more money here. That's what we do here. We spend other people's money. And if you don't like it, you're not welcome here. If you're struggling, then run along to one of the many, many other towns where you would pay far less in taxes. Newmarket, for example, or Rye. But have you ever been there? Have you ever been to Rye? It's a slum. It's barely suitable for the help. It shows what happens if the lords and ladies don't spend enough money. In Rye, the members of the town council have to sit on wooden benches. Can you imagine such a thing? Lords and ladies of the court sitting on wooden benches. It's preposterous. If anything, you should spend far more money. You currently spend about $60,000 a day of the workers' labour, and these are rookie numbers. You ought to be spending $100,000 or $200,000 a day. This building is one of the most expensive buildings on a per square foot construction cost in the state, but it's far too modest. You should increase it to 30 stories high, and you should outfit it with Versace and Armani and Patek Philippe and other premium brands, so that His Majesty our Lord the King can rule over his subjects in style. You really must send a message to these commoners. You should also increase the Zoning and Planning Board department by 50 or 100 people, so that the commoners can get a clear message that they can't go and simply build something on their own land as if they own the place. You've got to send a message to these commoners. You've done a great job in ignoring them, but you've really got to send a message. The role of the commoners is to be tax milk cows. Their job is to work and toil and labour in their dreary jobs and give their money to you. And your role is to spend their money and spend it with wild abandon on behalf of His Majesty the King. That is the natural order of things, and that is as it should be in any good monarchy. So please continue doing exactly what you are doing, continue to ignore these filthy commoners, and continue to spend their money with wild abandon. With that, lords and ladies and Your Majesty the King, I take my leave. Good evening. Thank you very much.